Hello, welcome to 13 Universal. We are solving A-level Caie biology questions, and today we are starting immunity series 1. This is Shedro. Okay, so let's go to the question. Please get your writing pad and pen. Let's use knowledge. Okay, so the first question says, come with me. Says breast milk produced by the mother of a newborn baby contains antibodies from breast milk. Breast milk contains antibodies from the mother, produced by the mother. Okay, what does these antibodies provide? What does it provide? Okay, pause the video and solve this question. What does it provide? Now A says artificial. It's not artificial because it's natural. So anything that has artificial, breast milk comes naturally. It's not controlled by man-made. It's not man-made. Okay, so we'll go to natural. It's natural. Okay, now but what does it give us? Antibodies. Antibodies from where? Mother going to the newborn. Now because this antibodies is not made by the newborn, is made by the mother, so it is passive. All right, so the newborn cannot make antibodies, so it depends on the antibodies from the mother. Anytime an organism depends on antibody made by another organism to protect it from a pathogen, all right, that is passive. Okay, but if the organism can make its own antibodies, it is active. All right, it can produce its own antibodies active. So in this case, the newborn baby cannot make it, so this is passive. So the answer is what? Is delta. Okay, so let's go to the next question quickly. Number 2, which describes a T helper lymphocyte? Yeah, which one? Pause the video and check which one. Synthesis of antibody. No, the one that synthesizes antibody is plasma cells of being lymphocyte. Remain in circulation. Well, neutrophils. Okay, all of them, they'll circulate. Lymphocytes circulate. Releases cytokines. Exactly, that is T helper. Kills infected host cells. That's T killer. T helper is the one that releases cytokines, which stimulate appropriate B lymphocyte to make antibodies, and also stimulate macrophages to increase macrophage action. All right, that's aggressive phagocytosis, and also T killer to kill more infected cells. So the answer is C. Okay, it is C. So let's go to the next question 3. Antibodies can act in a number of ways to protect the body from pathogenic bacteria. Which event will not occur following antigen antibody binding? Antigen antibody binding. So pause the video and process this answer. Okay, and tell us, and I will send you chocolate. All right. So A says agglutination of bacteria to reduce their spread. Yes, when antibody binds to the antigen on the bacteria, it will stop, right? Causes agglutination, a clumping of bacteria that reduces it, prevents it from spreading. So this is correct. We're looking at the one that will not occur. Increased susceptibility of phagocytosis. Yes, some of these antibodies are called opsonins. So when they bind to antigen on pathogen, they mark them out, right, in order for them to be easily recognized by phagocyte. So they increase susceptibility of such pathogen to phagocytosis. So B is correct. I mean, is part of what happens. C says neutralization of toxins. Yeah, this is for antitoxins. They neutralize toxins, make them insoluble. So this happens. So that means D doesn't happen. All right. For this, secretion of histamine to produce an allergic reaction does not happen as a result of antigen antibody binding. All right, so that is our answer. Okay, that is our answer. Let's go to the next question quickly. To prevent a disease, dead bacteria may be injected into the body. This is intentional. What type of immune response is produced? Okay, so what is the answer? What type? Now because it is intentional, it is artificial. So we'll focus on B and D. Yes, artificial. Now when you inject this dead bacteria, immune response will occur. Triggered, and then memory cells will be formed. Of course, antibodies will be formed. because antibodies will be formed. It's not passive, it's going to be active, right? So not passive, not passive. So B, not passive, but yes, artificial. D, yes, no. So it's not passive, it's active. So B is the answer. Did you get the answer? Chat me now so they can take your chocolate. All right, number 5, the graph shows the amount of antibody produced in response to an antigen. Okay, yes. Let's go on. Now look at the graph. Okay, from the graph, which statement is correct? So process it. Fry this fish for me. I'm hungry. Fry it. So which one is the answer, guys? So look at the graph. So from the graph, pause this video and try it. From the graph, which statement is correct? So which statement is correct? A says it takes 25 days to achieve active immunity. No, it does not take. Okay? From the moment antibodies are made, active immunity has been achieved. All right? That is less than 10 days. Okay? Of course, look at when it reaches the peak. All right? And when it is, the antibody starts increasing from this moment. Okay? It doesn't take 25 days. B says memory cells for this antigen are present in the body within 20 days. Yes, within 20 days, because by 20 days antibodies have been formed, okay, has been produced, so they are present within 20 days. Memory cells are formed after immune response. Primary immune response produces memory cells. This shows primary immune response. This side. Now this is secondary immune response. Can you see? The secondary immune response is rapid and large quantities of large concentration of antibodies produced. In primary immune response is quite okay. Maybe yeah. This is the first exposure. Yeah, that's fine. So it takes a longer time. All right, because there are smaller number of the clone that can recognize this particular antigenic pathogen. Takes time. So that's primary immune response. Takes time, right? But once it happens, of course, you can see antibody is produced. So B is the answer. But let's look at it. T helper lymphocyte activated on day 12. T helper. We're not talking about T helper because T helper here doesn't produce antibody, right? So it doesn't produce antibody. T lymphocyte don't produce antibody. Okay. This is the second exposure to the antigen occurred on the 25th day, on day 25, on the day 25. So the second exposure, this is 20, this is 30, 25 should be in the middle. Okay. So it occurs this day. It's not 25. So that's not correct. So B is the correct answer. So what do you think? Let's hear your comment. B is the answer, guys. Come on, let's do 6. Which cells become memory cells in the immune response? Which one forms memory cells? Pause the video. Tell us what becomes memory cells. The ones that become memory cells are just B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte. They are involved in specific immune response. They need memory. These phagocytes are involved in non-specific immune response. So it's only 1 and 2. Because they're involved in specific immune response. They need memory cells. Alright. Number 7, which describes a T helper lymphocyte. I think we've done this before. Yeah, you see, they repeat this question. This show is repeated. So that's C. Alright. Cytokines for T helper cell. Alright, number 8, antibodies can act in a number of ways to protect the body from pathogenic bacteria. Which event will not occur following the antigen antibody binding site? I think we've solved this question in this episode. Yeah, so pause the video. Okay, solve it. And of course, the one that wouldn't occur is delta. Which role correctly matches a function with B lymphocytes and T lymphocyte? Okay, let's see. All right. See this function. A may become plasma cells. This should be plasma cells. So A is not the answer. May secrete antibodies. B secretes antibodies. So B is not the answer. Provide a cell mediated response. No, this does not provide cell mediated response. It's just this one. Okay. T helper and T killer cells, they are involved in cell mediated. This produces antibodies, so that's humoral, and that's the next. Provide humoral response. That's yes. So the answer, all right, should be D. All right. Yeah, it should be D. So it shouldn't be B. B is a typo. All right, it's D because this produces antibodies, B lymphocyte, and it says no here, so it's D. Okay, this is involved in humoral. It makes antibody. Okay, all right. Let's look at the next question, number 10. What happens when people are injected with dead bacteria? We have solved this question before. Oh no, we've not solved this. All right. Okay. So which one produces antibodies here? B lymphocyte, of course, produces antibodies. The antigens come from the dead bacteria. T lymphocytes do not produce antibodies. Yeah. Okay. Neither do they bring the antigens. They do not have antigens, but it's the dead bacteria that brings the antigen in this case. The non-self antigen, right? That provokes immune response. So it's A. B lymphocytes form plasma cells which secrete antibodies. Okay. All right. Yep. So please ask us your questions, share the videos, and of course, um, click like. And if you want us to take you one-on-one, you let us know. Okay, we're here for you. More videos are coming in for topics and other subjects. So see you. Bye.